What is happening, everybody? So I did an upgrade from away from the pit boss. I've been doing a lot of shopping, a lot of research, and on different smokers, different grills, and ended up deciding to settle on the CampChef Woodwind Pro 36-inch. One of the big selling points for me on this was the smoke box feature that it has. So this does solely run on pellets, but it does offer the smoke box, which allows you to along with the pellets, you can run charcoal, you can run wood chunks, wood shavings, whatever you would like. Another big feature is the clean out uh, port at the bottom of it. That was another big part that sold me on this one here. So um, looked at every other brand there was, and within my price range, this is the one that I ended up settling on. So everything is here. I did go ahead and add the 14-inch flat top addition to it, the griddle top, which it has there's other features that you can add. There was a pizza oven and just the regular char box that you can add. I went ahead and settled on the flat top, as I sold the bigger version flat top off a while ago. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get everything busted out here. We're going to get it all put together. We're gonna see how much of a pain in the butt this is to assemble, and we'll get it seasoned up and see how it works. All right, so we have everything busted out here of the box. I got everything opened up. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Pieces wise, looks like it should be fairly easy. In along with the kit here, you do get it comes with, I've never seen this before, but there is an app that you can download, and it allows for, I guess, 3D instructions. Works with both Apple and Google. It comes with your typical assembly instructions. It has a small recipe book in here, and then your owner's manual. According to the assembly instructions, all it is required is an Allen key and a Phillips head screwdriver. So it does not come with the Phillips head screwdriver, but they do send a Allen key in the kit. And one thing I thought was kind of cool is with the bag of hardware that comes in, everything is labeled according to the step that it takes with inside the instruction manual. So that's pretty cool. So, all right, well, I guess let's go ahead and get going on this and see how bad it is. so we're all put together here. Actually wasn't too painful. I would say the only frustrating part was the 2 bolts that hold the hopper on at the bottom was kind of a little bit of a pain to get to. So if you had a really long screwdriver, it would probably make that a lot easier. But all in all, wasn't too bad. One person, took me about an hour and a half to put together. So, wasn't too bad. I did go ahead and fill the hopper up here, and we're going to go ahead and start with the seasoning process. I am using the Lumberjack 100% cherry, Lumberjack 100% hickory, and then I went ahead and we are going to be using the Ridge charcoal for getting this thing seasoned up. And so I've got charcoal in the smoke box here, which we are in the process of getting that ignited. Fill the box, turn this to ignite it, and then once it gets ignited, you would just shut that, and it allows that to just sit in there and smolder. So all in all, I'm actually pretty impressed. This thing seems to be very, very well built. One big thing that I did like is the lid has the ceiling strip here that goes all the way around it, which the Pit Boss did not have. But I mean, everything does seem very well built. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed so far. The screen here is pretty nice. It's got a nice little cover that goes over. You have your on and off switch here. When you first fill this up, you come down here to the feed, hit that, it automatically feeds the pellets in. I think it was like a 6-minute process, and then you can set your temp and then set your smoke, which I'm just going at level 7 for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it at 250 for about a half an hour, just to start getting some of that factory gunk burn off of it. I'll crank it up to 350, 375, let it run there for a while, let it cool down. I'll wipe it down, throw some oil on it, run it, heat it back up, run it again, and she should be ready to cook on. So, and in the same process, I'm going to go ahead and work on the flat top, getting that seasoned up as well. So, but yeah, all in all, I would say I'm very impressed. Like I said, one person took me about an hour and a half to put together. So, 2 people, I'm sure you could probably do it in, half the time. But, first impressions so far seems very well built. And it does have an app that you can download as well. I don't know how much I'm going to use that. So that'll probably be a down the road thing if I decide to use the app. But if you're looking for a good smoker grill, I would say I highly recommend this, depending on how much you're wanting to spend. This whole setup here with the flat top included, I think was $1,750. So depending on what your price range is, fast delivery, ordered, I think it took about a week for everything to get here. And so yeah, appreciate the watch. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, drop them down below, and I will see you guys on the next one.